Welcome back. If you walk through an Ontario neighborhood lately, maybe in Toronto, Ottawa, or even a growing hub like Kitchener, you have likely noticed a strange duality in our skyline. On one side, you have classic sprawling single family detached home. On the other side, massive high rise glass condos piercing the clouds. But you have ever looked at the space in between and wondered, where did everything else go? Today we are talking about the missing middle. Yes, it sounds like a cold case file, but it's actually the secret of solving Canada's housing crisis. I'm your host, and this is the Awais Soraya Show. What exactly is missing middle? The missing middle, simply put, it's housing that's bigger than a house but smaller than a skyscraper. We are talking about duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, row houses, and those charming low-rise apartments you see in older parts of Montreal and Toronto Annex. It's called missing because for about 70 years, we basically stopped building it. Following the World War II, North American zoning laws just became obsessed with single-family zoning. In many Ontario cities, it actually became illegal to build anything other than a detached house on the vast majority of residential land. The missing isn't just about the building size, it's about lifestyle. It's the kind of housing that fits into walkable neighborhood near shops and transit without requiring a 40-story elevator ride or a two-car garage. The current crisis, why does this matter in 2026? Actually, fast forward to today, April 2026, the crisis has reached a boiling point. CMHC reports show we need nearly 5 million more homes by 2035 to restore affordability. Here's the problem: the great divide is squeezing everyone. Young families are stuck. They have outgrown their 500 square foot condo, but they are priced out of the 1.2 million detached home. Seniors want to downsize but stay in their neighborhoods, yet there are no smaller accessible units available near their grandkids. The economy is taking a hit because workers cannot afford to live near their jobs. In Ontario, we are seeing a hollowing out of neighborhoods. Schools in some mature suburbs are closing because young families cannot afford to move in while the population density drops. We have the infrastructure, the pipes, the roads, the parks, but we don't have enough people living there to sustain them efficiently. The barriers. Why aren't we building? Question of an hour. You might ask, if there's so much demand, why aren't developers just building fourplexes everywhere? Heard of red tape in recent news? Well, it's not for lack of trying. Until very recently, the red tape was legendary. One, exclusionary zoning. For decades, if you wanted to turn a big old house into 3 apartments, you had to go through a years-long legal battle. 2, development charges. In many Ontario municipalities, the taxes and fees on small multiplexes were almost as high as luxury home, making the math impossible for small builders. 3, the NIMBY factor. Not in my backyard. We have all seen the heated community meetings where neighbors fear that a triplex will ruin the character of the street. But the character of the neighborhood is the people in it. And right now, the people are being priced out. The solutions, a glimmer of hope. I hope so. The good news, the tide is turning. In the last couple of years, we have seen massive policy shifts. The Federal Housing Accelerator Fund is pushing cities to allow 4 units as of right. This means in many places across Canada, you no longer need a special permit to turn one house into 4. We are also seeing a rise in secondary suites, laneway houses, and garden suites. Ontario has led the way here, making it easier for homeowners to build a mortgage helper in their backyard. But we need to go further. Experts are calling for standardized designs, pre-approved building plans so a builder can pick a design and start tomorrow, not in 2 years. Tax incentives, lowering fees for gentle density projects, modular construction, using Canadian made modular tech to snap these units together quickly and affordably. Lastly, conclusion. The missing middle isn't just about real estate. It's about rebuilding the Canadian dream to fit the 21st century. It's about creating neighborhoods where a teacher, a barista, and a retiree can all live on the same block. Next time you're out for a walk, look at these empty spaces between the houses. That's not just grass, that's a potential home for a neighbor we haven't met yet. Thanks for listening to the Awais Surveyor Show. I am Awais. I will catch you next time.